The Idyll. In English verse, the idyll is not a distinct species by itself. It may sometimes be a lyric, sometimes a longer poem, and sometimes a passage in an elegy, play, epic, or ballad. It has no set form. The poet may give it any form he pleases. It derives its name from a Greek word meaning a little picture, and so the term idyll in poetry is associated with relative brevity and pictorial effect. The poet presents a picture in a few words or a series of pictures composing a longer poem. The pictorial effect is achieved by graphic description as color is used in a painting. Every idyll must aim at a vivid visual presentation of its theme. Often, it is used to give a concrete image of an abstract idea. Milton's El Allegro is a picture of the happy life subdivided into a number of smaller pictures, each of which is an idyll in itself, and all of which together make a complete image of the poet's idea of human happiness. Wordsworth's lines written in March depict a spring scene in England after the rain is over and gone. The pastoral scenes in Shakespeare's As You Like It form an idyll of country life. Tennyson used the term for the short and pleasing narratives in his English idylls, and Browning wrote a series of dramatic idylls. The idyll is not a mere objective description of persons, places, or things. It is the poet's own version of what he has seen or felt. It is an imaginative rendering of a picturesque scene or experience. A mere description of facts would not constitute a successful idyll. It is the poetic coloring, the new and heightened vision of what may have been familiar, that wins our admiration. The language is usually carefully chosen to give the desired pictorial impression. It may be direct and straightforward, but it is designed to leave an abiding image in the reader's mind. The earliest idylls are those of the Greek poet Theocritus. Their themes are varied: town and country life, mythology, and poets' own experiences and impressions. English literary practice, however, has nearly always limited the scope of the idyll to the treatment of lowly life in town or village. About half of Theocritus's idylls are pastoral in form, dealing with shepherd's life in ancient Sicily, where the climate was kind and the soil fertile, and the word idyllic still calls up the idea of a placid existence in such surroundings. The Roman poet Virgil adopted the same form in his eclogues, which were taken as a model by many later European writers. It made its way into England during the Renaissance, when a large number of pastoral idylls were written. They were not actually very remote from the realities of English country life in the days when England's wealth came from the wool of the great flocks of sheep supported by rich pastures. But as conditions changed, the form became a mere convention, and at last it fell out of use altogether. Nevertheless, the English idyll generally followed the old tradition in dealing with rural scenes. Tennyson was justified in using the term in the title of his Idylls of the King, for these long poems were frankly idealized pictures of chivalric life in a simpler age, the glorious Arthurian epoch, when every morning brought a noble chance and every chance brought out a noble knight. This work was indeed a novel combination of the idyll and the epic.